What's good, everybody? PD Camarillo here, live from the Good News radio station. Microphone check 1 2. What's good? I'm holding it down, man. Tonight, I am the other half. I am the half. I am the whole. I'm holding it down for Touchdowns and Tangents tonight. Well, Kenny is over in Mobile. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Kenny. And one more, just because that's what he would do. But yeah, man, if you haven't been following along, make sure you get involved at TDs_tangents on Instagram and Twitter. You can see all the great coverage Kenny's been doing live from the Senior Bowl all week. I myself am going to be joining him right after this show. I actually got to go catch a flight at LAX, which should be a lot of fun. I actually haven't been there since they did the whole Uber fiasco where they make everybody go to a shuttle area, I guess, and then go to their terminal. I'm not even sure. I have no idea. But yeah, man, I will hold myself accountable, though. I was a bit late, 5 minutes late to be exact, which isn't that bad considering, like, I was just not packed like 2 hours ago. I had to get over here, get everything going. Mikhail wasn't expecting me, so I had to unlock everything, get logged on. That took some time. My phone died. Bunch of shit happened. But nonetheless, I'm here. Shout out to the Good News. Shout out to the Good News. Shout out to the X Squad affiliates. Shout out to FBC Radio. Shout out to Swerve Serve, the social media guru, our cannabis connoisseur, I guess you could say. Hold on, let me find her drop real quick. But yeah, man, shout out to Serve. She was out there with us at the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl just this past weekend. So for those of you who don't know, I've covered the NFLPA game the last 4 years. We talked a little bit about it last week because Kenny was at the practices. Now, we actually got out to the game, did a bunch of stuff on Snapchat, TDT_overtime on Snapchat, where you can find all our draft coverage. Did a bunch of stuff there. Serve pulled up. She was there. She was in the stands. It was pretty live from where she was sitting at. So she had a totally different point of view than we did from the press box, which was actually dope. And so, because I am the solo chair today, I am the one and only chair today, I'm going to start today's show with another tangent related to that. So, when I be in these press boxes, I really don't care to talk to people. I'm there to write. I'm there to report. I'm there to watch the game, and I'm there to do social media. I'm not one of those people that go ahead and walk up and introduce themselves, and that's fine. I know it's part of the job. It's not what you know, but it's who you know. That's great. That's fine. That's dandy. But for me, it's always been about doing work. It's always been about doing good work that gets you noticed. So when you walk into the room, people already know who you are. You don't have to introduce yourself. Hey, I seen you on social media. Hey, I see you pumping out these articles. Hey, who are you? I see you coming to all these practices, all these events, et cetera, et cetera. So honestly, I don't really care for the whole camaraderie of being in a press box and the fraternity that is sports journalism. I don't really care for all that. I mostly do this out of volunteer or for very cheap. So for me, I'm there because I want to be there. I'm there because I like to be there. I'm there for my people. I'm there to tell stories. But as far as the politicking, I don't really care. Which brings me to my point and brings it all together. Honestly, man, having Kenny in the press box last week for the first time, it was the first time we really covered a game together, was really amazing. It was refreshing. You know, as much shit as I give Kenny, I'm really proud of all the accomplishments he's had, and he's gone through all this adversity, and he's still here. And just having him in the press box, having someone like me, and if you listen to this show, you know Kenny's nothing like me. But just having someone who's brown, who's young, who actually understands football in the same realm as I do was totally refreshing. And it was funny, and everyone in that press box had a great time because of Kenny. So, shout out to Kenny. We need your energy in those press boxes. Keep going. See you in Mobile. He's going to be calling in soon, but I just wanted to start off with that. Shout out to Sir for holding it down. Her first real media event coverage. She did some good stuff. So, yeah, shout out to them. Outside of that, man, recapping the NFLPA game. Essentially, for those of you who don't know, NFLPA game is usually for late rounders, undrafted, but they actually have their deepest talent pool this year. They have a couple mid-round guys, some day 2 and day 3 guys, which is pretty good for them. Now, the best part of the game was, honestly, Coach Marvin Lewis and Hugh Jackson putting together great staffs they've worked with before, players, all of that. Because in case you forgot, or what we talked about 2 weeks ago, there really hasn't been any black coaches hired this offseason. And having those two black coaches face off for each other, trying to get another look, trying to get that taste of coaching again, it was great to watch, and I'm glad that it happened, and I hope that this puts them that much closer to getting back into the league, or more importantly, helps their assistants get on who were also part of the game. So that's as far as that. Now, in terms of risers and fallers, there was a bunch of them. You can go to Touchdowns and Tangents Overtime and listen to some of the interviews we did. I'm going to play just a few. Here's one that I know Kenny's really high on. This is Levante Taylor from FSU. I'm going to go ahead and play back his full interview, which you can also hear on the Touchdowns and Tangents Overtime platform. If there's no ads, hold on. You know me, I had to get the bag, so there might be an ad. Hold on. An ad on a radio station. Wow. Great first solo mic show, Pete.
All right. I remember when you were talking about last year you were going to go back to school, unfinished business. Do you feel like you kind of did everything you need to do on the individual level to be better?
Yeah, I feel like just me doing what I needed to do in the off season, finishing school as well, graduating in 3.5 years, being the first one in my family to graduate, get a college degree, and then doing what I had to do in the field. Obviously, the record for my team didn't show. We went to a bowl game. For the state, the standard is higher, but overall, I feel like I did what I needed to do, that I was planning on doing. And came out here for NFLPA bowl game and had a great week of practice. Now it's time to bring everything else to the game on Saturday.
And do you feel like because maybe the team didn't have the best record, do you still feel like where you fit in amongst the top corners in this class?
I mean, I feel like I'm the best corner. You check everything, man, press technique, all that. I'm gonna let that speak for itself, but I played safety this year. Safety not really my thing, but I did it. The coach asked me to. I'm a natural corner. That's why I came out here, and I was grateful to have this opportunity to come out here and show that.
Do you feel like if you had to, though, you could go back to it, the next level?
What's a corner?
Safety.
Safety? Yeah, I'll do anything, but I'm a natural corner and nickel.
And as far as, Florida State, some say it's DBU.
Yeah.
You got Deion Sanders there, Willie Taggart, everything that was going on. Do you feel like because of that, you're even more prepared for what might come next at the next level?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll say by me coming in with Jimbo Fisher. I came in with a great coaching staff like him. Just learning the ins and outs of different kind of things and just being there early with a lot of great players like Derwin James and having Jalen Ramsey in my corner. And then, my junior year, that's when Willie Taggart came over, and I learned new things with them too as well. So I just feel like me having different coaching changes, it allowed me to learn and pick up other things more quickly.
So did you get a ring your freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was that experience?
It was pretty cool, and actually started that game too at Nickel versus Michigan. So it was cool, really.
And as far as just preparing for the draft, worried about 40 times, anything like that?
Am I worried about it?
Yeah.
No, I've never been worried about no 40. I've always been fast.
You think you're trying to set a record?
Really just trying to do the best I can. I'm gonna be honest, like I ain't no 4.2 guy, but I know for sure I can low 4.3.
Okay. And as far as what receivers have to worry about when they line up against you, at least this class, where do you feel like you're the biggest problem?
I just feel like I'm the biggest problem because I'm very twitchy and I have great feet. I play with great pace at line of scrimmage.
through. And as far as this game of receivers, who kind of like gave you the toughest battle out there?
Oh, this week in practice?
Yeah.
I really ain't have nobody give me no work like that. I say the best receiver on our team is probably Stewart from Michigan State.
Yeah. That's what's up, though. Thank you. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, shoot, now I'm open. I'm just listening to you and answer the question.
Yeah. But as far as like the pro day,
that's my favorite part. He said, "That's your job to answer the question."
You know, it's so much opportunity out here. There's so much things to get better at. You feel me? We don't have so much of time to focus on different things. You feel me? So you might go to the combine, you might run a fast 40, bench press what you wanted to do, but you might not hit the shuttle like you wanted to do. You feel me? So that's why I think the pro day and stuff like that is a good thing to go back there, after that, work on it, and then show people at the pro day that you can drop the time. You feel me? So,
and speaking of that, because corners, I mean, obviously they don't always bench press the most,
right?
But you look like you clearly didn't miss,
right?
Like benching the weight. So do you feel like, for you, that's like a thing of pride, or you didn't really care to do bench at the combine?
So for me, like, I'm not the tallest DB, but I am one of the fastest DB, so I always want to work on speed and strength. So I always be up to par when it comes to weight rooms, rather than being tall. Most tall guys, they don't care to be in the weight room before you use that length. But me, I need my speed, I need everything. You feel me? To make up for the height. So always been a good bench presser. So I'm not really worried about the bench press either.
Cool. Anything else you want to add as far as just the game, training, anything?
No, that's great.
Cool. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
What's good, everybody? PD Camarillo here.
Well, the second part of the interview was supposed to play. I don't know what happened there. I guess there's an ad. But yeah. So pretty much Levante Taylor, former champion with the FSU before they fell off a cliff. He was at the NFLPA game. He made himself some money, showing the ability to play slot safety and corner. My favorite part of the interview, though, was when he tells Kenny, like, I'm just waiting for you to ask the questions. But between him talking about being a 4-3 guy, you could really just feel his swagger. I think the next interview, Kenny actually talked to him after the game about how he played. I believe he had one tackle, but really didn't get tested, so it's really hard to say. But either way, he's someone to look out for in the later rounds. I'm going to play the second part of the clip just because I want to give you an idea of the sort of range this podcast has, as well as an understanding of what we're doing on Anchor with Kenny's Communities Conversations, where Kenny goes and speaks to random people in the football community, people from high school coaches all the way up to aspiring players. So hopefully this is the right part of the second interview.
It's really just opening up your phone.
Nope. More of me. Here we go.
All right, so as far as how the game went, didn't get the results you wanted.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like you stacked up against the competition tonight?
Yeah, I feel like I stacked up pretty well. I didn't really have any balls thrown my way today in the game. But I did my job at the end of the day. Made sure I got on catch the ball, really. We didn't get the win, but we could have did better, but, I always want to win.
And as far as how kind of what the national team was doing against you that worked,
right.
What were really the biggest issues?
I would say sometimes, some of our DBs didn't get their head around on the deep balls, and just coming up and miss a lot of tackles too.
And as far as like your mental mindset,
right.
kind of attacking this game compared to like bowl games and things
right.
like that, where was that kind of level at?
Right. So you mean like bowl games for my college?
Yeah, college, like just big games of your career at FSU. Right. And then this game, where does it kind of all stack up together?
Yeah, I feel like everything is preparation is the same. But me just coming here and I just wanted to show the scouts, that I'm on my natural corner. I can play press man to man, still at a high level, and just come out here and compete at a high level. So, it's pretty different once the scouts, they out here, but it's different in the game because it's actually my team that's out there.
And as far as this has been your last